Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. I'm Carol at momAgenda and I'm here to talk about my Planner Perfect scripting and what I have going on for the summer. And I literally spent over 2 hours with a video that I wanted to share with you about scripting, and it just wasn't what I wanted it to be, so I just scrapped it. So I just want to say that for me, scripting is being really intentional about my day, what I need, how I'm feeling, how I want to feel, the kind of the flow of my day. I also want to make sure that besides the tasks that I'm taking care of, that I'm taking care of myself and my family, and that I'm finding time for all the good things in my life. It is also an entire mindset shift. So for example, today, we turned on our AC yesterday because my husband was dying. I personally like the heat, but he was just a little bit hot. So we turned the AC on yesterday, and I got up this morning and I had already scripted. I'm going to have my coffee. I'm going to go sit on the porch and just enjoy being outside. And I opened the door and skunk. A skunk. It was so bad. And instead of being like, now I can't go to the porch, I was like, thank goodness the air conditioner was on, or our house was gonna smell like Pepe Le Pew. Oh my gosh, it would have been bad. It would have been so bad. So you find the good in a situation that might be not what you expected. It's like, okay, that was a surprise, but that's all right. We're just gonna roll with it. Instead, I got in my comfy chair, I lit some candles, my house smelled beautiful, and I was so happy that our windows were closed and we did not smell of skunk. So it's little things like that. It's also finding pockets of time in your day for things of joy. And so for me today personally, my son was maybe gonna come over and help us out with something. And I knew that meant the grandbaby was coming. And so I had a lot to do, and I just kind of made sure that my big bulk of my stuff was done and that the afternoon was lighter and I could be more relaxed and free and be able to just have fun with her. And we had fun. So that is what scripting is to me. And so my calendar is much lighter. It's summertime. I am off on the summers, and I'm just grateful for that. And so my planning is going to reflect that. I'm doing more really big house projects, a lot of like decluttering, things that I've just been wanting to do for a long time. I'm a hand talker too, by the way. I apologize for that. So I'm just going to flip you around and I'm going to show you my planners. Here we have my Planner Perfect, and I am in Scarlet, and she is a pebbled leather, and I haven't been in her very much this year. She is new to me. Well, she's new to Planner Perfect, the new pebbled leathers, but I just thought this cover and the bright red, I just thought it was great. I am going to change out my TNs weekly is what I've decided, because I have so many wonderful ones and I have the time now that I'm on summer. So I want to make sure I'm just utilizing and having fun with my planners and using what I have that I love so much. I have some Tayloredplans ribbons, and then this is her little cute little new ribbon that I have, and it's different than, let me get this. This is my morning pages and scripture study, but this ribbon is different than the ones I've been having here, and I don't remember what this is called. I thought it was so fun, and I just looped it through and tied it, and it just dangles off the front. I do have to be careful that Norton doesn't chase it. All right, so I've zoomed in a little bit because I want to share. I have Planner Perfect stickers. I have an assortment of them. I have some from the last couple of boxes, and then the current ones. I have some alpha stickers from Coco Daisy. And what I normally do is I usually take, because you get 4 sticker sheets, 2 different designs. I always take 2 out and set 2 aside, and I just really work off of just one set of the stickers at first. And then here's just some older ones. Also, here is an old Planner Perfect sticker sheet, and I just literally pull this off of it, and then I just stick random stickers that I might want to carry with me on there. And so that is the sticker situation. And to make it really nice and pretty, I just put a tip-in card on the front and just clip it and tuck it in. And so we have the June. Here is my washi tapes for the month. And I have not really set up my calendar very much here, but we're on a work in progress. I do have my new routine for the summer. Routines, I should say. I have morning, I have a midday check-in, I have my evening one, and then I kind of trying to do a little bit of a routine in my weekdays on things I want to focus on. Like Mondays is going to be clean and weekly reset. That is today, and I got it done. Tuesdays, I don't have anything. I'm thinking of having this as like a friend day, like walking with friends, having lunch or coffee. Wednesday is my midweek check-in. How am I doing with the things I've wanted to do for the week, the task? Am I getting enough of quality time for myself? You know, sometimes we get so busy and then we realize halfway through the week, gosh, I haven't ever sat down once this week. Thursday is meal planning. This is a big new goal of mine. I keep saying it, but this time it's going to stick. My husband's even on it for me. We're just so tired of just going to the grocery store all the time. And I feel like we are just throwing our money at groceries, and we're both just tired of it. We would rather spend our money on something really fun that we enjoy and not just another checkout at the grocery store. So we're trying to be a little more mindful of that, and it's fun that he is now doing it with me. Friday is when I'm going to place my grocery order, and it will shift on what day or when we need it. It could be that Friday morning, and so I would know Thursday that I would need it Friday morning, or it could be Saturday or Sunday. Saturdays, I go to the farmer's market. So later in this summer, when the produce really comes out, I probably will be just doing stock items, you know, canned goods and things like that. And I always try to live off of the farmer's market, what we find there with fresh produce. I did that last summer. It was wonderful. And then weekends, I have clean sheets. I do a lot more on the weekends, and then I have weekly planning, but I'm trying to shift my cleaning to Mondays and not the weekends, and maybe plan more fun on the weekends. We do have some big projects we're working on together. Also, I used to be a Monday cleaner. My mom always cleaned on Mondays, and so I did it for years when I was a stay-home mom. And then when I got working, it always fell on the weekend, and I've just decided I'm going to try to see if I can get back to Mondays. I do not like cleaning. It's not my favorite, but I work part-time, so maybe Monday afternoons will be my weekly reset. I always feel good with a clean house at the beginning of the week, and then over the weekend, our house just gets like trashed. It's like people are in and out. There's yard work and dirt's everywhere. And so I never ever was going to be a Friday like house clean. I have a lot of friends who get their house clean on Fridays. They want it clean for the weekends. And I would tell them my family would destroy my house by Friday night. So Mondays is my day. That is just probably more information than you wanted to know about that. Here was some things that were important to me yesterday that I wanted to get done. I had a tip-in card about wanting to do YouTube that I was trying to fit it in. It was not going to happen yesterday. It was a full day. I did make sure to have this stand out. Important, break, sit on a porch, read, scroll on your phone, journal, whatever I wanted. And I did do that. I did pause in the middle of the day. I have an alarm that goes off at 3:30. And that's when I sit down, I take a break, and I just relax. And then I went back and I finished to get the house back in order because I was sanding cabinets, and you know, you do not want to go to bed with a messy kitchen. Then I just got showered, skincare, and I sat on the porch for a while and read. And then here we have this week. Now, you know, I have not been always really good about using the weekly spread here in Planner Perfect. I used to for a long time. And so since it's a slower summer, I'm giving it a try because I'm uncertain yet what I'm going to do for my weekly planning. Some ideas that I have are because I love this daily planner, but it's so thick, it takes up my whole TN. This is sterling ink, and it has worked out so well. So I have my B6 Slim, which I like, but it just hasn't been my favorite lately because I feel like I'm cramming in a lot of room. Of course, I do have the note pages. And starting in June is this new half-year sterling ink. It is vertical, and I could do timestamps there and then use the back pages like I do my daily with list. And it would fit in here really nicely and not be bulky. In fact, I'm just gonna set that in there. I also have a sterling ink standard size, which would be narrow and Planner Perfect coming. And maybe there's a chance I'll use it. I don't know. I like this planner because I do not have a 12-month Planner Perfect and a TN right now, which is really unusual for me because it is my favorite monthly plan book. And I have to be able to plan way in advance, and that's what this calendar and this book is about. Also, this is like all dated, and that's what's nice about the daily is I can on the day put important things to remember. And so, yeah, so this is going to be my task list. This is intentional living. So I have my big things. It'll get filled up a little bit more with more tasks. I have a weekly overview here because a weekly overview is really important to me, and some meal ideas. And then this is today. I have this morning, like I said, I scripted last night, and it says I am sitting outside on porch for my Bible study, prayers, morning PJs, having tea. On my morning routine, I get the laundry started. I visit with my husband before he leaves, make the bed. I look over my plan after I have done my Bible study and my morning pages, and cleaning was my big task. And this is where scripting comes in play. I have mentioned several times, cleaning is not my favorite. But if you put your why in here of why I clean, it says weekly clean and reset cleaning is not my favorite, but I love when the house is neat and fresh. If I stay on task and focused, I can knock it out quickly and easily. This is scripting. This is saying my why. My house right now is spotless. It's beautiful. So because I did this, I'm just relishing in the day that my house is clean and tidy, and it feels so good. So if it was on a list, like it was here, this is all the things I wanted to do. There's no motivation to do this. If like I woke up and didn't feel like doing it, I would have found 800 other things to do besides this. I would have just said, oh, we'll just push that to another day. But with intention, with direction and knowing my why, this right here got me motivated to get my house clean. And everything went perfectly, except the skunk and sitting outside. We could sit outside later, so that was nice. By afternoon, I have lunch. I have a new tuna salad recipe I wanted to try. It was really good. I read on the porch. I've been watching some YouTubes. There's some really good, Jenny has some new scripting ones. My friend Kim, she has done some amazing setups in her Planner Perfect and her TN. So I have been rewatching them, just trying to get some creativity ideas. So I will tag her YouTube with that. I had some easy things, mail bill. I had a card I had to get out, print photos for Memory Keeper. I actually didn't do that because my son, if he was coming, the baby was coming, and I knew I would take a picture of her. So, and I did. So I will now print out my photos today or tonight or tomorrow. YouTube about scripting, just kind of going through how I'm scripting. I have a little note in here when I go to the bank, swing by the library and pick up my books while I'm out, just get all those errands done. Decluttering shorts in closet today. That was part of a deep clean. I have my dinner here, a tidy up after dinner. I already did that. It is evening time. I'm going to unwind. I'm going to go for a walk and then I'm going to shower, and I'm going to sit on the porch and read. I will check my planner. I will look over notes and some scripting. I've already actually scripted quite a bit for tomorrow. I have a project coming up with Hand Can Plan, and so I need to work on that. And then just my evening routine. And then here is tomorrow. I started on Sunday just going through and seeing where I could put little nuggets of things that I wanted to be intentional about. And I have a doctor's appointment in the afternoon in the city, so I'm meeting my husband for lunch beforehand. I am taking this on the go. I have a list of places that I need to go and things I have to get. And because I have to rebook an appointment, this has my full calendar in it. So I only have to carry this if I want. And this is Sterling Ink B6 Slim. And I like that I have note space if I want to. And it won't just be that. I could take just this, but it will be in my B6 Slim Planner Perfect with a meal planner and another notebook. So I will take that with me so I don't have to take all of this. But yeah, so it's going to be a cozy morning. I've already checked and double checked. It's going to be rainy. So I am accepting that it's going to be cozy, and I'm going to enjoy, snuggling in with my coffee. So my workout is going to be on the Peloton inside. I'm going to shower. I'm going to get ready. Since I'm going up to the city and having lunch with my husband, I am going to dress nicely today, instead of just, running around in the little Nike shorts and t-shirts. Home from the city, I'm going to put away the bag. Any shopping items that I have picked up, put those away. I'm going to switch into my Nike shorts, my comfy clothes, take a minute to relax, settle in, read, watch TV. Those are some things I want to do. So yeah, and then the evening I have not thought about. So I will do that later tonight, maybe, or tomorrow morning. And then on Wednesday, I have my midweek check-in. I'm going to look over a weekly list, what I can do to be prepared for upcoming tasks, events. What do I need to still do that's important on my list I want to get done. And so it's just making sure you're checking in halfway through the week and then seeing what you really need to focus on. The weather is important, but it always changes. So I just use sticky notes. I'm not working on the shop on Thursday, so I have the day off. I have no plans right now for Thursday, so I need to get to work on that because I don't want to wake up Thursday and waste an entire day by not having intentions set. So I'm going to work on those plans. Same with Friday. I need to figure out if we're going to do date night Friday night or not. And then Saturday, and actually now that I think about this, so I have to go out of town for a family thing this weekend. It just happened like an hour ago. Unfortunately, I have to go to a funeral. And so my plans for Saturday and Sunday and up till Tuesday are now in flux. So we're trying to make a plan for that. So good thing I don't have anything on Friday and Saturday right now. So that will get worked out. Here is next week's spread, and like we have birthday, my son-in-law is having surgery, it's Father's Day, and then this is Sunday, and that is all I have because like I said, my friend Kim, she has been doing some amazing spreads in her TNs, so I really want to hopefully have time to sit down and work a little bit ahead on mine and have something fun. This was a leftover sticker, so I just went ahead and threw it in here, but I do have my week's tab so I could plan ahead. I am really going to try to utilize this weekly overview. So that is the plan book for the month of June. And then here is my notes, my journal that came with it. I have a scripture here and I have room to put scriptures there and there. Things to do, move, take action. So when I am indecisive or I'm sitting here and I don't, like on that Thursday when I said I'm not sure yet what I want to do, here's some things I can do. Look at my big long list for the week. Look at my monthly list. This is why a list works for me. I need a reminder. I need something right in my face to say, hey, don't forget about this, because I would. So that is where the lists come in over scripting. Like I will always need a list. I have meal ideas for June. So these are I just started putting some ideas, lots of room for that. I can put some over here. And daily goals. Here's my daily goals. I just made a fun little spread with that. I don't normally decorate my journal and do these type of lists, but I am finding the benefit of having these things. So this may become a regular occurrence, doing things like this. I have summer fun with Everly, and if I might put some photos here of what we do, is I just thought of that just now. So I have that we can go for walks, we can go to the park. We have a really good preschool one that's just for her size. We have a splash pad, water play at home, like just play in the water, get some things out. Reading, she loves, if you get a book out, she'll sit on your lap. Oh, it just melts my heart. Dancing, the girl loves to dance. Going for ice cream, pancakes in mornings with Everly if I'm needed. And then I just have some journaling things here. This was gratitude. I'm going to do some gratitude here. This is my grocery menu for what I'm working on for this week. And I decided, let's pretty it up. Let's have fun. My friend Kim has completely inspired me to not make a boring list. And I just think it looks so pretty, so fun. Like, this makes me want to, you know, plan meals. So that is good. And then I have this week's prompts from an email that we got from Planner Perfect. I thought these were great for the week, and because this will be me journaling in here as well. So that is what I have. And this is what I just started working on this afternoon. Right where the book is, like with the red stitching, it always opens up to that. I decided to do a monthly list. I'm also practicing letter, and this is horrible, but hey, it's, you know, practice makes perfect. So I had to put a little sticker to try to even cover up a little bit of it. And so then I'm going to put my monthly task list here so that it's easy to find. Always, I can open it up. And then if I have this book out of the strings, because a lot of times when I plan, I have it pulled out, I can just have this open. And so I have room for lots of things on this page, and it's just going to live here right in the middle, and the rest will just be journaling as I see fit. So anyway, so this is my Planner Perfect setup for June, and I am really loving it. I also want to, I forget to share this, but this sits on my desk at all times. The page I'm at, I could probably remember all this stuff before. I cannot anymore. And so I look at this and look at this and look at this all the time. Also, I love that when I'm planning things out, I have this already there for me as a guide. And then I have all my cleaning routines, house projects, bucket lists, to-dos, and then habit trackers. And let's go ahead and just get these done, because I haven't done them yet. I did my morning routine. I've taken supplements. I have definitely moved. I'm going to go move some more. I have read, and I have done lettering practice. So yeah, so this is what I have going on. And this is a great reference for me when I'm doing my list and stuff. I have a project planner sheet in the back here because my projects are so detailed. There's a lot of different steps. I want to keep track of everything. I also have a fun summer bucket list, which I think I'm going to move into my Planner Perfect. But this was the wedding, home improvement. So yeah, so this is what I have going on for that. So my Laurel Denise is still just a lovely planner that I like to have out at all times. All these stickers are hand can plan. I should mention that. So okay, everyone, I'm going to end this. I'm going to drop in a little video, the only video that I've saved from my original trying to talk about scripting. And it's basically, it was me just writing and scripting, and then I had a voiceover. But I'm just going to go ahead and save that. And thanks for joining me. And let me know if you have any questions, you all. Bye. So let's talk about scripting and what it really means. Scripting is knowing your why. It's giving yourself the vision of how you want your day to be. And not just your day, but your month, your life. It's everything incorporated into your day. You don't want to go through and be on automatic pilot, just going through your tasks, check, check, check off your list. you want to have intentions set for you so that you're making sure that you're doing the things that will bring you joy, that will add to your life, and not add stress to your life. And what I mean about being stressed is that we sometimes will end up feeling like a failure if we get to the end of our day and we did not get all the tasks done on that big long list we made. But by scripting, you have already zoned in to what matters most for you that day. And if you go with your scripting and those plans, then you are going to be a success. You have hit the requirements that you needed to fulfill what you wanted out of the day. And to start scripting, you want to go through your planner every week and look at every single day. And, you're always going to have a list of must-dos. So make sure you have those. And then you want to fill in the things that will bring you joy and happiness. Maybe that is taking some quiet time for yourself, spending time with family. You need to have those moments to really bring you joy and happiness. You cannot be a robot just going through the task list. That's not joyful. And so you can look at your week and, put in all your appointments, your deadlines, add in some fun family events, any projects you want to do. Maybe there's something you feel real creative about, you've been wanting to try, or maybe even learn something. Make sure you're incorporating all of those things into your daily plans and your weekly plans. And for those of you who are new to scripting or unsure, I'm going to give you a couple of prompts to help get you started. So you want to know what you want to get out of your day. You want to know where you can find joy. Where can you connect with your friends and family? How do you want to feel that day, like by just even dressing for the day? Do you want to feel, stylish? Do you want to be comfy? How can you move your body to feel healthy and strong and make sure you're fueling your body with good food? So what do you want to eat that day? And then you want to take inventory on your spaces and how you're living. Are you living in chaos and clutter? Do you need to do some deep cleaning? When your spaces are cluttered, it weighs on you. So you want to declutter and tidy and have like a brand new start. Make some daily tidy routines, so it will help you alleviate things piling up and overwhelming you. In the same aspect, how are your spaces? Are they warm, cozy? Are they inviting? Do you feel good in your home? And, maybe you need to add a few things to brighten up your space, to bring you joy. You can light some candles, get some new throw blankets to make you cozy. Put out a tray with some flowers or fun, cute home accents. And then you can even make yourself a journaling corner where you can sit down and script and journal all the things. You want your home to be a happy, joyful place. So to get scripting, set some routines for yourself to get you in those daily habits. And then you want to make sure you're journaling, checking in on some self-reflection before you get started. How are you feeling? Tired, sad, stressed? What do you need to get out of every single day to make you the best version of yourself, to make your life the best version that you have ever wanted it to be? That is what scripting is about. And I'm wishing you all luck, my friend. You can do it. I know you can. It has made amazing, amazing changes in my life. And I'm so happy I found the method.